welcome back to my Age of Empires 2 hard mode gameplay commentaries. This time we finally moved forward from the tutorial and we'll be going ahead and starting Joan of Arc. The great thing about this campaign is that the enemies are still the Britons, but this time we get to play the Franks. So let's get started.
February 19, Army Camp near Vaucouleurs. This morning I awoke to visions of fire and steel. These nightmares come more often now that I have seen my beloved France eaten away in years of war. I wandered through camp, ignoring the new snowfall, but observing the wounds and weariness of every soldier under my command, observing the desperation in their eyes. It was then that I first saw the girl. She told us that her name was Joan. She told us she was but a peasant who did not know how to ride or fight. She told us that she intended to rescue France. The darkness lifted from the men's souls. Her voice rang with conviction, and we drank in her every word. I may have lost my faith, but Joan has not lost hers, and that is enough for me. Joan has asked our ragged band of soldiers to take her to Chinon, where the rightful ruler of France, the Dauphin, hides from his foes. The war-torn land between is infested with enemy marauders, and we will lose many men. Death is by now an old companion, but for Jean, we will face it again.
Escort Joan from the camp at Vaucouleurs to the chateau of Chinon. And of course, Joan must survive. Easy enough. France's enemies are Britain and Burgundy. Be on the lookout for their forces. Do not expect much assistance from the demoralized army of France, but be alert for any soldiers who might be inspired to join your army once they see Joan. And protect your two knights. They are your best fighters and know the lay of the land. And don't worry about your economy, just get Joan to her destination. So this is going to play out less like a regular game, more like an escort mission. Keep an eye out on Joan's health. If it gets too low, keep her away from dangerous situations. And I believe that because she's a hero unit, she should be able to regen. But it shouldn't be too hard of a mission. I've done this a few times
Bonjour,
already.
Joan. My colleague and I will escort you to the chateau of the Dauphin, or else we will die trying.
I am Jean de Metz, and I will protect you with my life.
I like how de Metz has the same stats as Bertrand, except with better attack. So strictly speaking,
You are Joan of Arc. I have heard your claims and believe what you say. We will follow you to Chinon.
Wait, you might have need of a few archers on the road ahead.
strictly speaking,
You must be wary on the road ahead. Our enemies, the
friends here
British,
to
are
Metz
having
is better.
foes, and their Burgundian allies are thick as rats. Discretion is the better part of valor. I spotted a nest of Burgundians to the north. Best to go another way.
So if I remember this mission correctly, there are a ton of wolves on this map, dire wolves. They really shouldn't pose too much of a threat to your knights, and they can clean them up and regen themselves really quickly. That's the easiest way I found to deal with them. Don't really need to send Joan to get her hands dirty if she doesn't need to. It's like 10 crossbows and 8 man-at-arms and
Another glorious loss
2
for
knights
France. I hope you really can
versus
turn the tide of this war.
all of this
Joan of
madness. That's pretty crazy. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 longbows and like 10 cavalier. And it was like 5 or 6 onagers. But we did get one guy. So as the mage, he's got 100 HP, which is pretty sizable, that's good. And it comes back as well. Only 5 melee attack and only 2 pierce and 2 melee armor. So she's not too survivable, but she should be able to handle herself. She just doesn't do well in prolonged fights, but come on. Like, she's Joan the Mage, she has 100 HP that comes back. Meanwhile, like, her companions, the men-at-arms, have half her HP. Like, it's a little girl in a dress versus a trained soldier with a sword and shield. The crossbows are even worse off, actually, because they only have 35 HP, so... Joan has the HP of 35, or not 35, of 3 crossbowmen all by herself. Pretty crazy how that works.
The bridge is out. The British must have destroyed it. We must find another way to Chinon.
The British must have destroyed it. For some reason, that line in particular has always sounded like a... It's always sounded like an Italian accent to me. I don't know why. I guess I'm just not that good at picking out European accents. What are these guys doing here? 3 men-at-arms, 2 archers, 4 men-at-arms. Should be fine.
Highwaymen playing on helpless travelers. What has become of our homeland?
Don't get our crossbow involved. We don't have to. Let's move our knight forward to scout a little bit. It's an outpost. It's a nice house. Oh, whoa! There's a man-at-arms here the whole time. Okay, you guys can knock down their little camp while I scout. Go ahead and take a look at what's going on. Looks like there's a tower
Never
there.
an encampment. We'll never get through that wall without siege equipment.
I saw a couple of light cavalry, so I'm gonna move my crossbows back here. Have my knights move forward. There's supposed to be a voice line triggering here at the deer patch, but I guess it has to be this guy. Or maybe Joan needs to move over. Trigger the voice line. Come at me, fools. Okay, there's the light calves. Just bait him out. Easy enough. There we go. So it was Bertrand that says it. When I was a kid, I had no idea what venison actually was, so I was extremely confused by the voice line trigger. Only now do I realize it's because there's so much food. There's so much deer. Robin Hood would have a field day. Look at those wolves. Go get him, boy. They're not even dire wolves, they're just regular wolves. So they should be easy to take care of. Very simple. Nice, nice, nice. They'd mentioned something about needing siege equipment. Oh, more highwaymen. Oh, how quaint. Alright, come on. Kill the white calf. There we go. So the highwaymen aren't really too big of a worry here. They are in their castle age, but they don't really have much to do. They don't have much to throw at us. Just a couple of men-at-arms. Our knights can handle them by themselves. Alright, we're going to want to move Joan forward, because the villagers need to see her in order to get recruited. It's a shame she's not on a horse. More dire wolves. Just take care of those right now, and have these soldiers just wait here. Because by the looks of it, we're going to need to assault this camp right here, and it's probably just walled off, sectioned off like this. More wolves. Tons and tons of wolves. Not sure what they're supposed to do, considering that they don't even really scratch either of our knights. Army of France. So I'm actually recording this commentary on a different mic, on my old Blue Yeti mic, and I'm wearing my headset, which I was recording off.
Gather your belongings, men. We follow Joan of Arc. We will carry that battering ram along with us. It may yet be of use.
There's a ram at least. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm actually recording using my old Blue Yeti mic, but I'm using my new Logitech G430 so that I can listen to the gameplay noise. Whereas for the tutorial videos that I was doing my commentaries for, I was using the mic attached to that. Now the interesting thing is, the mic was like having a lot of trouble picking up my voice, even though it was right next to my voice. And I think that's because I'm using the USB adapter to get the Logitech G430 surround sound feature. But the issue is if I don't use the adapter, the mic sound is a lot better, or at least a lot easier to pick up. But the downside of that is I don't get the surround sound that I really bought this headset for. It's kind of a letdown, to be honest, that that the connector isn't, like, the connector kind of shanks the mic quality, but it's a compromise I'm willing to make. Hopefully this turns out well. One gripe I did have about using the Blue Yeti is that since it picks up sound so well, and I use a mechanical keyboard, it tends to pick up the sounds that I'm making when I'm clicking and hitting hotkeys on the keyboard. But I've been like watching a lot of different videos of people, and apparently like it's not even that big of a gripe. Like I can hear keyboard noises, and at me as a viewer, I've never encountered been bothered by it before. So anyway, let's just go ahead and break down that wall. It should have some
We
more
need a
soldiers.
mangonel ram to get through these walls.
Yes, they do. It's a good thing we have a mangonel or ram. Got a couple of archers. They're shooting the ram, but they only do like 1 damage each, so it's not that big of a deal. We're running, that's 8 men-at-arms, 4 crossbows, and 6 pikes. That's a pretty sizable army. Got our 2 Sterling Knights here as well. This is good. This is good. I'm feeling good about our chances here. I mean, with only 2 archers here, it doesn't appear that they have more in their base, so it should be pretty safe. I don't think we're going to need this ram beyond knocking down this wall, so I think it's fine that I let it absorb a little bit more damage here. Even though technically what I could have done is use the knights to get the archers out. There they go running.
You French don't know when to give up!
Get wrecked, scrub. Doesn't look like they're going to be producing anything from these barracks here, so let's just go ahead and admire the scenery. There was another archer here the whole time. There were 2 archers here the whole time. Well, we're just going to let the ram die. I don't think it's that big of a deal. More wolves, that's fine. My boy Bertrand, or Metz, go kill them. Probably be a good idea to hotkey our Joan to 1 so that we can keep track of her. I used to be so scared of these wolves when I was a kid playing these missions. I thought the wolves were actually a threat. But turns out you can just slice them and dice them, and it's not a big deal. Probably want to keep my soldiers together here. I have a bad feeling about this path.
An embuscade!
An embuscade.
There are
Oh,
Indian
fuck.
soldiers everywhere. Hurry west to the river where
Pardon
we
my
can make our
French.
escape.
Make our escape. Get Joan in there. Get Joan in there. Okay. Nobody else matters. Put the knight in here too. Put the knight in here. I have space. I have space. Come on, boys. Get in there. Alright, this pike I can save. Nice. Get 4. Can I save this man-at-arms? I think I can save him too. Holy potato, that's a lot of enemies. Look at that. They don't seem to have any upgrades, but I don't think there's... Especially with the pikes, I don't think that we'd be able to handle that with our own army. Is there like a castle back here? Yeah, I definitely don't think we could handle that. If there was like a defensive building that our allies had, then maybe we could have baited them into that and then survived or saved our entire army. Managed to save 3 pikes, 2 men-at-arms, a pike. Oh, we had a spot here. How unlucky. So 4 pikes, 3 men-at-arms. 4 pikes, 5 men-at-arms, 2 crossbows, and both knights. And of course, Joan. That's pretty good. That should be more than enough. I don't remember if the enemy has ships in these waters. I think they have, since I'm playing hard difficulty, I think they have a couple. But it'll just be important to make sure that I don't sink the ship that Joan is on. This is actually quite a relaxing scenario. I really like playing this one. It's a good story. Oh, there are the ships. It's a war galley. Should be fine. Just go this way. It's not even shooting the one that Joan's in, so we're extra fine. Cool. Just unload all our men here.
You mean to lead the French army? Such confidence I have not seen since this war began. Very well. You have 6 more soldiers, Joan the maid.
We're almost done. Let me just make sure that... Oh no! No! Alright, I'm just gonna have to hope that my soldiers can micro this. Because I have to make sure that my roommate isn't locked out. Very nice. He hasn't messaged me anything yet. And it looks like most of our soldiers survived. We got a couple of scorpions and a few crossbows off of that. It's pretty nice. We did lose one of the crossbows. Poor highwaymen. There appear to be some more enemies over there at the side.
Music, come! Fire!
Okay. Now that we picked off the mangonel, we can use the archers to kind of annihilate the rest of them. Easy. Gotta have our 2 knights move forward with Joan, and then have everyone else bring up the rear guard. Transports remain nice and safe. Got some wild boar, got some more venison. Can you kill the deer? You can kill the deer! Huh. Because I remember, like, you can use scout cavalry to lure them out. Anyway, I think we're basically done here. This is Chinon, the nice bright orange. Got some keeps. It's a great place for the Dauphin to cheat.
We have made it.
We have made it. Yes, wonderful. So this is where the Dauphin is living. So it looks like he's doing alright for himself still. I can't say I liked his haircut though, based off of the introduction cinematic. Got some nice spearmen. They got +1 upgrades. Tons of spearmen. It's too bad that the Britons have been running longbowmen. And a trebuchet, random militia. I don't understand why this militia is here, but I guess he serves as like the police force for Chinon. Or I guess he just serves to show
The Chateau of the Dauphin.
how pathetic the French army is at this point in the story. And I think that's that. Should be...
The Dauphin will see you now.
Yeah, nice. That's the scenario. Cool. So have we missed anything cool? There's a British champion to prevent the British from being defeated once they despawn. I think they all just must have wandered off this way. And there was a base here with a castle and some knights. 2 mangonels. Yeah, this we definitely wouldn't want to have gone this way. Though I am curious, like, there are cliffs here and there's just like a bunch of skeletons here. I wonder if there's like a voice trigger of some kind if I were to actually go all the way up there. Left the highwayman outpost here. But aside from that, I think we hit most of the content. That's where the ambush spawned. Yeah, so I think we did do this mission pretty thoroughly. There was only that one war galley. Didn't really pose a real threat to us to begin with. So yeah, let's just go ahead and check out the ending cinematic.
As Jean's footsteps echo down the marbled hall of the chateau, the fat and whispering dupes did not but stare. The Dauphin himself seemed afraid as she kissed his feet. My gentle Dauphin, she demanded, why does England claim what is ours? Why are you not crowned King of France, as is your right? The courtiers began to murmur. The chamberlain whispered lies into the Dauphin's ear. But
That
the
haircut,
Dauphin
though.
pushed the chamberlain away and rose to meet Joan's gaze. She stands only to the shoulder of the shortest man, but all of us must look up to speak to her. I know not what silent conversation passed between the Dauphin and his would-be savior, but it was obvious that His Majesty was in the same thrall as we.
Check out the stats. Lost 10 units. Most of them were probably lost to that ambuscade. Killed some buildings that belonged to the Highwaymen and the Burgundians. Chinon did absolutely nothing whatsoever. And the army of France just got absolutely annihilated. They did take out that one longbowman, though. They did take out that one longbowman. So they have a nice solid 25-1 or 1-25 kill death ratio. Unlucky. Nothing much to see here. 3 major battle events. Cool. See you guys next time on the Maid of Orleans. Yeah. Alright. Peace, guys.